That was 112 peaches and cream. So if the last 2 weeks you were an alien that came from outer space and you got a chance to watch the RNC, the Republican National Convention, and the DNC, you would see starkly different images.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. So the other day, the Democratic National Convention featured several guests highlighting Vice President Kamala Harris and introducing her before she gave her acceptance speech. A surprising appearance among this group of Harris admirers was comedian D.L. Hughley, who took the stage to offer a public apology and an endorsement. As expected, Hughley immediately started making jokes and took several shots at former President Donald Trump. Hughley jabbed at the Republican presidential nominee for not wanting to debate a black woman. He also discussed the phenomenon of various identity groups mobilizing their support for Harris, such as the White Dudes for Harris fundraising call and Republicans for Kamala. He went on to criticize the former president for questioning Harris' blackness, saying that Kamala has been black a lot longer than Trump's been Republican.
All right, ready? That was 112 peaches and cream. So if the last 2 weeks you were an alien that came from outer space and you got a chance to watch the RNC, the Republican National Convention, and the DNC, you would see starkly different images. Even the signage at the RNC was different. It was lock her up and build a wall and deport them. But if you watch the DNC, it was USA and Go Walls and Kamala Harris. There were American flags everywhere. It seems very American. It was Americana. The RNC looked like what we want, what we have been. The DNC looked like what we could be. And I think that is starting to become very seductive. If you look at what is happening, the trends now, and of course, looking at at polls this far out from election is futile. It's an exercise in folly, but they do show a decided trend. In virtually every category, she is rising and he is falling. And I think the prospect of not having Donald Trump in our lives is starting to be seductive. The prospect of a new way forward, because this has been happening to a greater or lesser degree. The prospect of all the cruelty and name calling and lies and hatred. It would be nice to have dinner with a family member without worrying if it's going to spark arguing over him is going to spark a debate. It would be nice to feel as if the country was starting to be somewhat normal. It would be nice, and I think that's seductive. I think what is also going on, I would have to say that what Kamala Harris has done in these initial 3-4 weeks has been pitch perfect. It has been brilliant. From the way she picked her vice president, to the way the DNC ran, to her speech, it has been brilliant. The way she's campaigning. The people are saying right now that Donald Trump's biggest problem is that he doesn't know how to deal with Kamala Harris. No, Donald Trump's biggest problem is that Kamala Harris does know how to deal with him. She's the black woman, and why do you think it's a specific time? Who are the people he always hates? It is black women. Because he is a thing that they have had to get through their entire existence. If you want to ascend anywhere, there's a man like that in your way. If you want to go anywhere, have anything, be anything, there's a man decidedly like that in your way. She and other black women, or black people, period, have seen men like that their entire life. He's a thing you have to get through. Something you got to get around. Something you got to get over. Because that is the roadblock. A man like that is always in your way. A man like that who forms a system like that, who forms a bureaucracy like that, who forms a glass ceiling like that, is always in your way. She's built for this because these men built her. Having to deal with them just like milk builds strong blood, regnets build strong personalities, strong careers. She is making him crazy because she has found a way to make him invisible. He doesn't count. She's given a speech. He's got to call everybody to try to get attention. The one thing a powerful white man does not want to be is irrelevant. She is the one getting the bigger crowds. She is the one surging in the polls. She is the one raising the most money. She is the one the media demands to talk to. She has found a way to make him small, to make him irrelevant, to make him less important. And let's be real, Donald Trump in the last 2 weeks doesn't look formidable. He looks weak and doddering. And she knows what you do. You go at a man like that. You hold him. She is the first one. Isn't it something that Democrats finally got some balls and the person doing it don't have them? It says a lot. What she's found a way to do is to remove that stubborn ash orange stain that just would not go away. She is making him sound old and played and stale. It's like Sunshine Anderson said, we heard it all before, and your lies ain't working now. That's a little note from the GED section. Got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the DL Hughley Show. That was Casey and JoJo, All of My Life. So, according to many polls, Kamala Harris is either ahead or tied. Nationally, she's a few points ahead, basically within a margin of error. And the swing state, she's either even or slightly ahead. So whatever she's done since her fledgling campaign begun has worked. She's eroded Donald Trump's lead. Her positives are higher, his are negative. She's even eroded the places he was doing well with trust of the economy. She's eroded that. The ability to run the country, she's eroded that. So she is doing, by all accounts, well. But yet you get constant chatter from the media and the like that she's not talking to us. I think she's taking her case directly to the American people, and they are responding. I think it's arrogant for the media to say, and who is the media anyway? There's not just one outlet. There are myriads of them. And what outlet can get to all the people that she's getting to right now? Statistically, most people don't even get their mail from traditional media outlets. They get, whether rightly or wrongly, they get them from social media and other platforms. So she is doing what she should be doing, is talking to the American people. I think it's kind of insulting that the very same people who are saying that she needs to be talking to the media haven't been asking Donald Trump why he was trying to run a campaign from his home. They're asking her about her policy positions, but not the same amount of energy is given to Donald Trump and being asked about Project 2025. So a simple, I don't know anything about it, even despite all the evidence to the contrary, that suffices. It's interesting that we always find ourselves in this conundrum where people of color have to go above and beyond what they're asked to do. Like Barack Obama had to show his birth certificate. I mean, it's no big deal, but you have to do it. Nothing conversely. Kamala Harris has to show what her policies are. And I think it is right that she does that. But I think she has a fledgling campaign. She has a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts. She's still doing her current job. She has to transition all of those aspects, all those balls in the air. I think she is right to roll out her campaign cautiously. But I wish the same amount of energy was putting in the Trump. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they've ever done that. In 2016, what is his policy? Build the wall and lock her up and drain the swamp. That's all he said. In 2011, it was the 2020, it was the immigrants. And now when asked about the economy, is drill, baby, drill. So the amount of energy that you put into demanding her form her policy position, I wish it would commensurate with the other side. Do it the other way. I think people that want to leave the country should have to answer questions. I think she is doing that. I think unlike Trump, she's getting out, she's meeting the people, she is campaigning. He is trying to do it from home with boxes of cereal beside him. It is fair.